Hey there! So in this video, I'm filming it at the time when we are going through a global pandemic and a lot of people are greatly affected by it. And I've been getting a lot of emails about how I think this is going to affect their job hunt and what you should be doing in this time in order to still advance in your career as much as you can, but while being realistic. So I wanted to address that today and talk about some of my views and help you navigate this time as best you possibly can in this interesting time in our lives. So stay tuned. When I started getting all these questions about it, I started to research what other people were saying and kind of started to look at some other blog posts about how coronavirus is going to affect the job hunt, right? And what I found was not matching up with what I believed and with what was actually happening with what I was seeing and where I was shining my flashlight. So that's what I'm going to start with. Is I'm going to explain to you that in any situation, you have the power to shine a flashlight on wherever is serving you the most, right? So there's a lot of truths, right? For example, we'll see a lot of companies putting hiring on hold, pausing positions. We'll see a lot of companies leaving positions up and then not hiring for them right now. So people are kind of not sure if they should apply, if those positions are still open or not. And then we'll have a lot of people saying to me, oh, well, these companies are pausing their hiring. So we know that that is a thing that's happening and that is true, right? And we can choose to accept that, shine the flashlight there and leave it, right? And just be like, okay, make a decision based on that information. However, we also have the choice to shine the flashlight somewhere else. The way that the flashlight analogy works, and this will explain it a little bit more clearly, is if you've got a very dark room and you can't see anything in the room, right? And in one corner there might be one thing, on the other side of the room there might be another thing. So if you take your flashlight and you shine it on the dark corner where there's some cobwebs and some garbage, that's what you're gonna see. But you can also take that same flashlight and you can shine it to the other side of the room and you can kind of look around to what else is in this room, right? What else is this room about? What else can this room offer you? What might you want to take from this room? And you might see a beautiful big bouquet of flowers sitting on a table. You might see some boxes that are unpacked, right? You might not know what's in those boxes. You might see some bags, so you don't know what's in them. You might see some dust. So you might see all these things, right? And then like on one side, you might see like dead bodies. Not to be too morbid or extreme, right? But everything in the room is still there, but you get to choose where you shine the flashlight. That's what I'm presenting for this particular situation. We can shine the flashlight on the jobs that are being paused, on the companies that are stopping their hiring for now. We can shine our flashlight on the open positions that are not really open, or we can shine our flashlight on the opportunity that is being created right now. Opportunity exists in a crisis, and there's always the choice to see that instead. While it may not be the same opportunity that was available before, there is absolutely 100% still opportunities available, okay? And they're gonna come from different places, and they're gonna come from a different need, and they're gonna come from a completely different place because of what's going on. So for example, Amazon hiring like crazy, grocery stores hiring like crazy, even giving people raises, companies that are doing really well, disaster management, crisis management companies, lots of technology companies that help with virtual operations, email marketing companies, any company that is virtual that already worked from home, companies that help integrate one software to another software. So there are opportunities available, right? And some of them are even bigger and they've been heightened, right? Because of this new demand that's been created, right? That is all still there. Just as, you know, if you want to become a flight attendant, the opportunity is going to be scarcer for you. And that in this situation is probably something that you're not going to get around at this moment. Yet there's still things you could do to prepare yourself for when everything comes back. But you can also shift your focus on what you can do right now with the new demand and the new need. For example, while pilots are being laid off, the military has a need for pilots now, right? And they're going to be hiring quite a few of those pilots. So there's always a new way to look at it. But the thing that happens with most of us is that we don't see that new way to look at it because we are on default looking at the information that's put in front of us, which is normally the information that I referred to at the beginning, which is going to be there's positions that are getting put on hold. There's job postings that are no longer valid, right? And that's the stuff you're going to see on a daily basis unless you go looking for the other. More opportunities, like it's a once in a lifetime opportunity to get certain stocks at certain prices right now, right? All the stocks are on sale right now, right? Great companies. And the thing that I find very interesting is that we have a scarcity mentality around everything, right? We think that everything is just disappearing and like drying up and going away, right? And when we look at it in that way, it's very scary for us. We're like, oh my God, like hang on to your money and don't do anything, right? Because you never know what's like, safety survival mode is where we go. But the truth is that we haven't actually lost that money. So the money in the stock market went down because people sold their stocks, right? They got scared and they sold stocks. Therefore, the money that they got back went into their bank account, right? And everybody did that. So it created this effect of everything going down. But everything hasn't disappeared. Everything is not gone. Everything has just rearranged, right? So the money is in different places now. Different companies have demand than they did before. The world is changing, but it is not disappearing, and the scarcity is an illusion. So this is just my view. This is how I choose to see it. And this is something that serves me really well because then I get my mind moving and thinking on creative solutions and opportunities that are needed and things that work. And I'm able to help my clients at a higher level because this is how I'm choosing to think about it, right? And not everybody is going to choose that. And a lot of the time on default, like I mentioned, we will choose to view it in scarcity and choose to view that everything is shutting down and nothing is working and there's no possibility anywhere. And again, that's a choice to shine the flashlight on those things because I'm not saying they're not there. They're definitely happening and that's true. But when we're only focused on that and we accept that as that and that's the end of it, then we miss out on all the other things that are happening in the world still, right? And both options are true. So if you're going to give airtime to the 50% of the percentage of things that appear to be scarce and appear to be disappearing, then also give some airtime in your brain to the things that are not, right? The things that are now thriving, the things that are changing in a positive way, the things where opportunities are being created. I've heard it on the news that it could be a once in a lifetime opportunity for some people to get really rich right now. And that will happen, right? And some people will lose all their money right now, and that will happen, right? It's going to be a flip side here and then a flip side here, but both possibilities exist. And that's just what I want to get the point across to you. So not saying that I'm dismissing any of the stuff that's happening. I'm not saying that I want to put on rose-colored glasses and ignore everything. I just want to say, choose where you're focusing your brain in a way that can serve you. Some people will say, stop saying this is an opportunity, like this is tragedy and it's crisis and it's bad. And you can choose that and that's fine. But then where is the upside, right? It's like, okay, you win. Everything sucks. And if you want to choose that, then go for it, right? Like, I'm not going to tell you how to think or what to do, right? I'm just presenting an option for you, right? Just keep that in mind. And also keep in mind that the default news and the default inputted information is always going to lead you to the side of scarcity, the side of nothing is working, the side of, you should just wait and see, hang on to everything, don't do anything, right? And I see it as an opportunity because I choose to. And because I choose to, I find the opportunities and I see the things that other people are missing. And I am able to create success from those things, right? And it's simply because I'm choosing to see it that way. So however you choose to see the situation is completely up to you. And there you have it. You have a choice, one thought path or the other thought path, right? And there's lots in between too. So the biggest thing I want you to take home is choose your thoughts intentionally. How do you want to think and how do you want to feel about the situation, right? And you might want to feel sad sometimes, and that's fine, right? But depending on what you want to do and where you want to be in 2 months, 6 months, a year from now, think of how what you're thinking to yourself now is going to serve you, right? What could you be missing by thinking about everything being down and nothing working and you just waiting, right? What could that mean for you versus the opposite option, right? So you have to decide that for yourself. And I'm just presenting one way of thinking. I've also seen it very possible to get a better job right now, even during this pandemic. And I'm going to invite you to a free training that I'm doing, a free workshop, where I'm going to show you the new system to get a better job in 30 days, even during the pandemic. I'm going to show you some evidence of this being done. And if you stay till the end, I'm going to be giving you the exact cover letter and resume that achieved this exact result. If you are interested in that, click the link below to get signed up, and I will see you on that training. If you don't know me, my name is Natalie Fisher. I'm a career mindset coach. You can visit my website at www.nataliefisher.ca for that workshop and more free resources. And other than that, if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I will be here next week with another video. Oh, and leave a comment, because I love to hear what your opinion is, what your thoughts are, and it's the only way I have to know who's watching. All right, thank you so much, and I will see you next week.